Welcome to Christ Center Gamers video game review of 5 Guardians of David. King David had his mighty men, and this is the story about them. And I'm just going to go ahead and continue this game here, where King Saul just died, and King David is king over all of Judea, and he wants to have Jerusalem as his capital, but Jerusalem doesn't really want him there. So they're going to take the city by force. So his mighty men, Abishai, Benaiah, Eleazar, Jashabim, and Shema, are going to go through the waterway to take the city that way. So that's what we're going to do. You can switch off here.
I thought you'd never ask.
Anytime. This is like a top-down clicking RPG, very similar to like Diablo, except this one is very Christian, but yeah, it's pretty fun. It's actually one of the better Christian games I've played in a long time. So now if anybody asks me, hey, do you want to go Christian games? Well, 5 Guardians of David. It's been a while since I can make a wholehearted recommendation like that. So is the game perfect? No, it's got some quirks. The selling interface is a little different. I mean, you have to use right-click to sell items and stuff like that, so it's not as streamlined as some other ones. And the checkpoint system, it doesn't. If you get to a checkpoint and exit mid-mission, you're gonna have to start all the way back from the beginning. It's gonna remember how many caches you found, so you can. There's like 0 out of 3. Each level has a certain number of caches, which will read off a Bible verse. Which, if you don't want to hear it, or actually it'll explain some of the story, and then the Bible verse is accompanying it if you want to read it. So if you don't want to hear either, you just close out of them, but that's there. But when you go to the cache, besides getting a little background information, you do get some nice loot. So let me go ahead and talk to this guy.
Ah, greetings! I have been waiting for you for quite some time.
Our apologies, my friend. Someone got us lost. Again.
Can we not continue this eternal argument?
There has been a complication with the city gate. You see, the defenders have removed the windlass that controls the opening mechanism. What? The gates cannot be opened.
If we can find some rope, a winch, and a heavy weighted stone.
Alright, so let's figure out how to get this stuff. So, much like these regular kind of RPGs, you can smash pottery and stuff to find other things. There's no health potions, so instead of health potions, when you need to heal, you can consume some bread, which does have a little bit of a cooldown period, and I've obviously collected a good stash of it. And your characters all share experience, and they all share inventory, which fills up relatively quickly. You'll notice here we're beating the snot out of some Jebusites, and there's no blood. So that's pretty cool, but their bodies do remain on the floor, but there are other moments where you do see blood, and there's like cutscene comic book stories. So when David slew Goliath and took his head as a trophy, yeah, there was a puddle of blood afterwards, but you didn't really see. It's not as gory as most games are these days. I've seen like pixelated games that have way more gore than this one, but it is there. So, in battle, the only way you can regenerate health is to eat bread. However, after battle, the health will regenerate. So now that we're done fighting, the health is regenerating quite a bit. So there's health, and then there's stamina. And stamina will do the special moves, and you can right-click and do a special, more powerful attack.
Jerusalem was a small walled city built over the Gihon Spring. Its position on the steep ridges made it a good fortress. At the time of David, it covered less than 15 acres.
Alright, so that's cash. Actually, it didn't have anything there, but it just had some background story. So it lets you know, it gives you a history of each of the characters. It'll also let you know like when it adds a character in for storyline purposes. So they added a young woman that was supposedly a sister, but they claim that this was added for story purposes and not a real biblical character. So, it's pretty neat. So the story is decent. Obviously, anyone who reads the Bible will be pretty familiar with it and know how a lot of these things end. But it's kind of cool with, I like the concept of playing as David's mighty warrior. So that was pretty cool Bible stories there. So there's some boss battles to fight. There's different objectives that have to get completed. You can rescue hostages in some missions. Some things like you have to set some siege towers on fire. Other times your city is being burned down. You have to go get rid of the fires by pouring water on them. So there's a decent amount of variety. And if you like completing everything, I've so far I've managed to find all of the caches in every level, so I'd like to keep that trend if possible. And that means I've often had to go back and forth from the beginning of a level to the very end and find out I just missed the cache that happened to be right by the entrance. So a warp feature would have been nice, where they had to save the checkpoints. And besides the checkpoints, you can save on your own. However, like I said, if you're in a mid-level and you have to go back into it, you're going to have to start back from the beginning of the level, but it'll remember your checkpoints that you found, it'll remember how many caches you found in a level, but you still have to start from the beginning. So, let's see. That's where I started off, so I gotta head this way. So the map is pretty helpful. It'll let you kind of know where you've been, where you've got to go. And there's some people that are merchants that'll sell you armor if you need it, weapons. And there's also people that give you blessings. So you can get like vitality or zeal blessings.
Some Bible translations indicate the attack on Jerusalem was initiated through a water shaft, such as Warren's shaft. However, the word translated as water shaft might have other meanings.
And you can read the Bible reference about it, so 2 Samuel, so there you go. So now the Bible stuff is totally optional, but there's no doubt about it, it's a Christian-themed game, but it's not overly tacky, and it's actually fun. So if you like click style RPGs, it's definitely one to look into. Voice acting's pretty decent, and I do like the background music. The background music is sold separately, so I'm not sure if it's pleasant to listen to, but I don't know if I want to hear it outside of the game. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it, honestly. It hasn't gotten in my head, the outside of the game hasn't gotten stuck in there, but it's definitely pleasant to listen to. It doesn't subtract from the game, so there you go. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, I got a full inventory now. The health regen's nice. And each character can only carry certain weapons or only equip certain weapons.
Watch me work.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to find a better build than what he's got right there. Wow, that's a nice.
Time to shine.
Yeah, alright.
For the glory of the Lord.
It's all fired up.
Let's do this.
Not really. Yeah, not really that either. Alright, so we got a little bit more space to work with here, but yeah, it'd be nice if we had more inventory or more merchants to sell.
Watch me work.
Nah, I
For the glory of the Lord.
I like Eleazar. I just like melee guys. And there's also a spear guy who's good, which is Jehoshaphat. A couple of background attackers would be the archer Abishai, and the slingshot guy, Shammah. Looks like it just triggered a checkpoint, yay. More pottery. You can either click a lot, or you can just kind of hold down and attack that way. If I click a lot, then my hands start to hurt after a while. So I'm just gonna hold the mouse button here and swing like crazy. If I right click for a bit, it should stun them all. But I can only do that attack so many times before I run out of stamina. Pretty much how this game plays in a nutshell. You just attack bad guys, whether it be Jebusites, Amalekites, Philistines, or in the beginning it just starts off with being wolves and lions. So there's plenty of variety and boss battles. And there's like several acts. I think I'm in the second act here, so I got a bit more of the game to play. But so there's definitely a good amount of gameplay here, and it's fun. It does, have a little bit of, a few kinks that can be ironed out, but overall, I'm very impressed with this Christian title. So I hope you found this video review helpful. Thank you for watching. God bless.